All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. All right. Are you excited to be here this morning?
All right. So we are moving on with today's event. But while we were having the book review session, we were joined in by one of our very own dearest, the pioneer rector of SQI College of ICT, Engineer Frederick Adarinto, and his beautiful wife. Can we celebrate them? Thank you for joining us this morning, sir and ma. We are so glad to have you. Thank you, ma. All right. So you know how we do it. It is time for what? You people should know the drill by now. Kahoot. So let's have it. Kahoot. The way we do it, in case it's your first time, it's just a time we play games, but intellectual games now. We get to learn new things while we are, just having fun. So it's simple. Go to kahoot.it to log in with the code that will be displayed on your screen, the pin that will be displayed on your screen in a few minutes from now. I think we already banned AWire from the game for the next 6 months. AWire, no, thank you very much. Don't join with another account. AWire has been winning for the past 6 months. We don't want him again. So now is your time to shine. So go to kahoot.it. The rules are simple. If you are one of the winners for today, you get a prize or a reward for winning. But if you will get your reward, you need to have an Hermes account. That is where the money will be transferred to for you. So ensure that you have an Hermes account. If you have not, go to Google Play Store or Apple Store, search for AHERMEANS. Search for Hermes, download, and create an account while we are waiting for the game to start. Then go to kahoot.it on your browser to type in the game pin. So media, are we ready? Yes. So please let me know when we have the feed from their hand. So in the meantime, go to your Google Play Store, go to Apple Store, search for Hermes, create an account, and let me give you a sneak peek. Some questions will be drawn from what we did last month. So if you can just quickly open your notes. Do revision. So quickly do revision. In case you do not see the questions that I said you will see, it's not me, it's them. The setter of the questions. But you might just be lucky to see 1 or 2 questions from the last session. Just quickly browse through your notes in the meantime. Just check. What did we learn? What was the title? Who was the speaker? What was the focus of the meeting? And please, when you're joining in with your account, ensure you put your nickname, the campus you're joining from, so we can easily identify what campus you're joining in from. So, Shogbo, are we ready? Does everyone have an Hermes account now? If you have an Hermes account, just wave your phone. Most people don't have Hermes accounts. How would you win? How do you plan to win? Right now, go to your Google Play Store or Apple Store, download Hermes. And don't do too big. You don't know, the price might be 100,000. It is not, but it can be.
Yeah, let's get started.
All right, so we are going to start now. Those of us still joining, we'll be starting at the count of 3. 1, 2. I can still see some people joining. 2, then 3. All right. So are we ready? What is debugging? What is debugging? What is debugging? Delete files, writing code, fixing errors, installing softwares. What is debugging? Wow. So maybe wow, deleting files. All right. So the next question. Let's see who are on the board. Star OGB. Okay, let's see. So what truly determines what a person observes? Okay, okay. All right. So let's see who are on the board. Okay, Oshogbo is stopping now. We have Star OGB. Star OGB, please. What's going on? What does the cloud refers to in tech? An online RAM, a weather monitoring system, remote servers on the internet that stores and processes data, a graphics processing unit. So what does, wow. Okay. Okay, Maker OSG. Okay, Oshogbo. So what's the correct handle of SQI's TikTok? TikTokers. What's our handle on TikTok? Same. Shamske Oshogbo. Where is Star OGB? Star OGB is not here again. No. So which campus is the oldest? The oldest campus. Second oldest campus. Challenge campus. Abeokuta campus. Okay. But these questions are tricky. So Manuel Oshogbo, we have OGB on the. Who is Asel? Study at SQI. Please look at your answers very well. Oh. Succeed everywhere, succeed anywhere, get a good job, travel abroad. Okay. I know. Okay. What is observation? What is observation? Okay. Astra OGB. Yeah. So we have about 2 more questions to go. Why do people miss great opportunities? Opportunities are hard to come by. They are at the wrong place at the wrong time. Opportunities only come to the privileged ones. Their minds are not trained to perceive them. Why do people miss great opportunities? Good. All right, let's see who is on the table. Okay, we have Astra OGB. The next question, number 9. Which day was Artemis 2 launched? April 1st, 26, 2025. These questions are so tricky. 30th of March, 15th of January, 2025. Okay, 25 persons missed to 2025. Wow. Okay. GB is stopping. Oshogbo, Manuel Oshogbo. The last question now. What did Steve Jobs observe? User frustration, competitors' weakness, market statistics and data, technology trends. Okay. All right, so this brings us there for April Mindtalk. Yes, sir. So who is the winner? So can we give it up for Astral GB? Second is Omogbon Oshogbo, then Akawan Oshogbo.
Hello? Congratulations to the winners.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we have the winners for the April edition of the Kahoot game. Who is Astral Bomosho? Interesting. What? Please, let's see the other winners. Omogbon. Omogbon is number what? And we have the last person, the third person is what? Akawan, okay. So, Oshogbo people, should we allow you call out your account number or send it to the coordinator in charge of awarding the winners? I think to save our time, for the Oshogbo winners, just send your account numbers to your coordinator, who in turn will send it to the person here. And once again, can we celebrate Ogbomosho? So please, with all joy in your hearts, call out your account number.
9285117500. 9285117500.
Okay. Oshogbo people, just send it to maybe Mr. Arise. Mr. Arise can send it to Mr. Shei. They will be credited in a minute. Okay.
Thank you very
Mr. Timothy Fejewomo. Okay, so once again, can we celebrate the winners? Thank you for participating. And in case you did not win, don't lose hope. You can still do it. You can still do it. Have the faith of us now. I'm just saying, I'm motivating you. Have faith like Arsenal. You know, at the beginning of the season, they will say we'll win a treble, we will win a quadruple, we will win a kiniko. At the end of the day, just motivation. Just motivation. So thank you all for participating. Succeed anywhere. Succeed anywhere. Study at SQI. So in case you do not know, yes, you will succeed everywhere. But the right one is succeed. Okay. So now we're moving on with the event because of our time. Gradually, we are going into the session for today. And what's the theme once again? Please, are we still together? What's the theme once again? Reflections. And one of the things, what we're going to be doing this morning basically is that we want to take a moment to pause and reflect on the things that we have been learning so far. This year has been back-to-back sessions that are power-packed, that are very intellectual. Sessions that you have to just breathe in and then try to, digest the knowledge and wisdom that comes with them. But we don't want to just do it, and pass and just say, oh, yes, we have done January Mind Talk, we've done February Mind Talk, we've done March Mind Talk. We want to sit down and reflect and say, what are the things that we have actually learned so far? What are the things that maybe time did not permit us to talk about enough? And how can we draw out lessons from these things and apply it to our lives? And this morning we are going to be led by very amazing individuals, phenomenal thought leaders that will anchor this session. Very well, it's going to be pioneered by the founder and president of SQI College of ICT himself, Dr. Adeyemisi Aderito, alongside the director of partnerships, Mr. Oluwaseyi Odekomaya, and the senior software engineer at Idozia, Mr. Favor Afolabi. So at the right time, they're going to come up stage and, lead the conversation. What I just want you to do is open your mind, get your journals ready, jot. And as you are jotting, also reflect on how these things can be applicable to your own life. Because we can hear the same thing and we will hear entirely different things. Somebody can say one thing, but you find it applicable to one aspect of your own life. I find it applicable to one aspect of my own life. So please just ensure you maintain an open mind. Do not be distracted. If you can, put your phone on silence. Don't let it distract you. Switch off your data, in the meantime, and just enjoy the flow of conversations. But in case it's your first time at Mind Talk, you're just coming here for the first time, you don't know what it's all about, a video will be played now that explains the mind behind Mind Talk. That makes sense. The mind behind Mind Talk. Clock it. Yeah, that just explains the mind. So please enjoy and listen.
Although 100% of students
can we start this again, media?
equipped with the same tools, taught by the same Welcome to Mindtalk, a world designed to feed your mind. A while ago, a research was carried out and it discovered that although 100% of students attended classes equipped with the same tools, taught by the same instructors, and in the same conducive environment, yet their success rates vary significantly after their studies. It was then discovered that the secret to success wasn't just in the mastery of skills, it is deeply rooted in the excellence of character, unwavering dedication, and consistent efforts. And thus, Mindtalk was born. In 2018, Mindtalk started at SQI College of ICT in order to increase not only the percentage rate of student success, but also imbibe students with excellent character through effective communication, emotional intelligence, adaptability, teamwork, problem-solving skills, time management, leadership, conflict resolution, work ethics, networking, consistency, empathy, confidence, resilience, excellence, integrity, discipline, accountability, positivity, and curiosity. At Mindtalk, we envision a future where every student is not just academically empowered, but undergoes a transformative journey that enriches every facet of their lives. And our vision is to be a guiding force, fostering holistic development and creating a community where students emerge as resilient, socially conscious, and enterprising individuals. This is Mindtalk.
Okay. So that is the mind behind Mind Talk. That is why we do Mind Talk. One of the parts in that short video says, we want to foster holistic growth. We don't just want students that are academically sound or professionally developed, but people who, in every phase of life, they can stand, they can speak well, they can show empathy, they can be resilient in the face of tough situations, because life is not always smooth as we plan it to be. And that's the whole of Mindtalk. We want to build holistic growth, and that is why we are here this morning. And as I said, we are reflecting today. So I want your heart to be calm and, be set to reflect. Last month, we had a very phenomenal thought leader that joined us for Mindtalk. Who was that? Mr. Femi Luther Abegunde, FLA, as we popularly called him. He shared with us on visual intelligence, right? And in February, we had who? Mr. JD, Mr. Jesuda Milari Adeshagun David. And he shared with us on what? Relational intelligence. So I think reflects by. And then in January, we had our own very own person. Our Oga. Who was that? Director, person of Dr. Ajani Adegbero. And he shared with us on what? The skill age of observation. So those topics, those conversations, we want to distill them better this morning. So with honor in your heart and with joy, please join me as I welcome upstage Mr. Oluwaseyi Odekomaya for a proper introduction of the session.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, sir. So I've been observing, and one of the things that has been consistent on my mind, especially while the Mindtalk video was playing, is that it is possible for you to have the same set of individuals taught by the same instructors under the same environment, but then they get different results. Does that not bother us? Like, you have access to the exact same thing, but then you get different results. It's like you go to a restaurant, and then both of you go with 1,000 naira, and one person is giving a spoon of rice. The other person is giving 4 spoons of rice with beef, shaki, bomo, roundabout. And they are wondering, did we not pay the same 1,000 naira? So it's possible that you're here on the same tuition, if you're on scholarship, on the same scholarship, but then you get different results. And this is one of the things that Mindtalk is here to deal with. And so today we have amazing, amazing individuals that would be reflecting on the past 3 editions. I want us to chorus the edition. So for January, we had what? February, we had what? And then March, we had observation. A round of applause for ourselves. All right. So with a clapping and a standing ovation, I want you to welcome with me the founder of SQI College of ICT, Dr. Adeyemi C. Aderinto, as he joins us on the stage. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. In the same manner, make welcome with me Mr. Favor Afolabi, the senior engineer on Idozia Systems. Thank you very much. We may have our seats, please. Thank you. Anyhow.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Okay. So, we are having the Mindtalk in a different way, like we've never done before this month. And it might continue this way, except we discover another, better way. So from now on, whenever we have a session in Mindtalk, maybe 1, 2, or 3 together, we will now come together to have some reflections on that sessions. The kind of people we bring, they are the kind of people that speaks to great companies, oil companies and the likes to build their staffs. They are people that we ought to be paying master class money. Like when you attend this kind of class, ought to be master class that you paid for. So we might make the mistake of not extracting enough from the knowledge they have given us. To stop that mistake, that's why we will be having the reflections. And today, I'm glad that I will be having the reflection with Mr. Shiyode Kumaya and Mr. Favor Afolabi. Please appreciate them once again. So before we continue, I would like to mention something, and I would like every one of us to pay a rapt attention. You see, that slogan that says study at SQI, succeed anywhere, it's not just a chant. It's not a chant, it's not just a statement to be spoken. SQI means like we expect you to succeed anywhere once you study here. And that is why every moment we try to put together one thing or the other that might increase your chances of success. And one of those things is this thing we call Mindtalk after your classes, all right? I will want to mention this. Have you observed God to achieve success? And something shocked me when they say something like, the 99% wealth of the world is in the hand of 1%. Do you understand that thing? The relation, but you can still be part of it. How many are we here? Like all SQIs students are about maybe 3,000 now. So we can still have some cake out of the 80 million, right? And that's what we are trying to do. So now I brought up something for us to reflect at first before we go into other major things. And we are going to do this together when it comes to success. Okay? Success is like somebody telling you that what you require to be successful is something. And when you get there, they say there is more. So I want the media to launch something, please. I want you to launch the document success components. The success component document, you can, after launching the document, you can press F11 on your system for us to have a fuller screen. Success component document. Okay. Success component document. Do we have it on the screen yet? You cannot plan. Oh, you don't know about legal formal structure. It's money and finance. The problem is product or service. No, your own is customers and market. Oh, you don't know marketing. Go and learn digital marketing again. How many years now? 12 years. Now you need to learn about sales. Sales is different from marketing. Don't you know? Oh, you don't know how to manage a team, leadership. Go and meet at your Deji. We teach you about leadership. Systems and operation. You don't have structures. Technology. You need to learn about AI. Distribution and delivery. Don't you see Dangote, he has trailer. Where are your own trailers? 18 years now. Environment and external factor. This is Nigeria now. Why are you trying to make it like Elon Musk? Then you went ahead to build on environment and external factors. Now you are getting old, gray hair, and tired a little bit. But you are still tough. At least for 18 years, if you can keep trying, you are tough. Right? Then you showed up again that, well, we've tried. We should be ready now. And then they said, oh, you need relationships and networks. Tobati, let's say, nobody, you have no space anywhere. See how it seems very difficult to be successful. So you need to learn about communication, public speaking, learning improvement, execution, resilience. At a point you will say, where does it end? Because now they are talking about spiritual and internal components. So the question is, how long does it take someone to acquire all of these things? And SQI, when you come to SQI, SQI is only giving you that part where we mentioned about, where is it? Knowledge. Is it knowledge? No. Personal capacity. Just one out of 24. And it takes you almost 1 year, maybe to study something like software engineering, for example, at SQI. That's 1 year out of 24 years. So how can we collapse this thing and ensure you are successful? Well, it's one of the reasons we brought about all this compressed masterclass in Mindtalk. So that you have great people who have gone ahead of you and have seen these things and have been able to discover exactly what you need. They come around and teach you per month. That each month is like a year. Okay? What could take you 1 year to learn, each month is like a year. So which means if I were you, I would treat Mindtalk like, oh my God, even the better parts of my training. Are you getting what I'm talking about? So it's like my training is just 1 out of the 24. Mindtalk is the rest 23. And I will stop doing the big boy mode of, oh, it's Mindtalk. Me, I don't need Mindtalk. I'm just here to learn coding. It is when you get outside, they send you back. And by that time, we will remind you that you're already an alumni. So say to someone beside you, take Mindtalk seriously. Take Mindtalk seriously. So for ma fi ṣeré mọ́. Ma fi ṣeré mọ́. Are you telling me? Oh my God. So we just want to have some reflection so that we don't waste the lessons we have learned in the past. And right now, for me to know how much attention you've been paying to it, in January, my talk was led by our rector, and the title was what? The skillage of observation. How many of you can remember some of the statements the rector made? Yeah? Can we have one more mic, please? One at this side, one at this side. Yes? Okay, I think that was when he said, that's why we have skill plus age. Skill age. Thank you, sir. Yeah, please, a round of applause for her. Any other statement? I am looking forward to some funny statement that the rector made. Yes? There are 2 functions of the now even that. Oh my God. He ended it somehow. Yeah? He said there are 2 functions of the eyes. One is to see and one is to cry. If you fail to see, let's start there. Let's start from that point. I think we are going to be taking just January and March today. Because January and March seems to be almost the same thing. February was different. Yeah, so because of the time, we might be reflecting on just January and March. So let's talk about that part. What does it mean? Like, the eye primary function is two, and one is to see, one is to cry. What does it mean to see or to cry with these same eyes? The statement feels literal, but is it really literal? Or does it really mean something? What was he referring to? What does it mean? How is it applicable to our daily lives?
I think he really meant it literally. And
He did what?
he really meant it literally.
Okay.
That eventually, if we don't use that eyes to see, we don't have choice. We'll fall on the other side. The person will use the eye to cry. And this is the thing. Many times there are things that produce the cries, the tears. Part of it is missed opportunities. Then the person begins to cry.
So what you mean is that me just seeing you is not the scene he was talking about?
It will be beyond the literal look. I think he made a statement when he was saying that we can all be looking at the same thing, but we are seeing differently. He gave an example. He said we can be looking at this screen, and while someone is thinking something else, another may be saying, oh, this screen is too big to be stolen. As though the person is planning to steal it. So it's because we are looking at the same thing, but we are seeing differently. So we could all be seeing problems, another person is seeing opportunities. So those that identify those opportunities, they get to harness it, while the other ones, they use the eyes to cry.
So thank you so much for that, Mr. Favor. Now, do you mean that we can be all here and we could have opportunities flying about, and some people are not seeing it? Is it possible?
Definitely.
Are there any opportunities that we can identify here right now?
That may be an exercise, actually.
Okay. Should we throw it out?
There are the opportunities you can identify even in this room right now.
Even in this room. There are some people, just because they were in this room, will become millionaires in the nearest future. Just because they were here. And some people are together with them, yet
the same space.
In the same space. Yet they will still be broke in the nearest future.
Should I give an example someone wants to try? An opportunity in this room. You just look around.
That you have seen right now. Some people are looking at the ceiling. Like, did you even try to exercise your sight? Yeah, something like that. After that lecture, did you attend it at all? Like, I want to see opportunities around me. How many of you observed the opportunities from the current war between Iran, US, and Israel? I can become a millionaire from that opportunity. Someone wants to speak there? From the war?
Anything really.
Yeah, how many opportunities can you identify from that war? Anyone you can identify from that war? Media, can we have extra microphones, please? You can please pass this to him.
So the opportunity that I can identify there is that for the Iran military to use a drone that's just like a 3D, what is it called? To deceive the USA or Israel. So for them to use $1 million bomb
To stop it.
to stop it.
Do you want to be selling drones to them?
No. It's not about selling drones to them.
So that we know when to mute the mic. I don't want to be under the radar of USA. Okay, please continue.
It's not.
No,
about-
the opportunity for you.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you identify any opportunity?
Yes, I think that's an opportunity for me because for them to be
How is
so
it an
great,
opportunity for you?
the creativity there. Because
How can it make you better, richer, or something? Do you make drones that you can supply?
No, I don't make drones. But what I see there is that for such things to happen, another opportunity that I see there is just like concealing things within you.
Concealing things.
Yes. In what sense is that Iran has been so, they have stooped low that they are not noticed at all.
Thank you for making an attempt. Let's try another person. Let's appreciate him, please. Oh, yeah, quickly.
Thank you so much, sir. So currently, they are planning to admit a ceasefire from USA, and currently their economy is low. So the opportunity I saw there is financial opportunity, which is investing in the economy now. So after the war or after the ceasefire,
Oh my God! It means after the ceasefire, things begins to come back to. Yeah. Oh my God! Are you a forex trader? You are a forex trader. Now that's an opportunity. You wanted to say something?
Oh yes, that it takes a kind of way of thinking to identify this kind of opportunity. It means the mind must have been fed in a certain direction before you can spot it. The reason why it will be difficult to see the opportunities is because the mind does not have enough data to process that thing. You are looking at it, but sometimes when someone says something about it, you're like, it's because the mind is not thinking in that line. He said he's a forex trader. So he must have studied their currency to find out, this may be something to look at. So that's just it, feeding the mind to be able to.
Now, did you also notice that whenever anything like ceasefire is being announced, they will say oil prices dropped? Yes. Even if it's just announced, like just the hope alone will drop oil price. Just that news. And everybody is reading the same news. Meanwhile, some people are benefiting from the news.
So I think that's similar to the video that FLA shared. How many of us remember that video where you were having people pass something to each other?
Okay.
And then there was a bear that was dancing in between. And then we focused on just the people that were passing to each other, but we didn't see the bear. I think it's very, very similar. I was reading on a study. So there's a part of the brain that is called the reticular activating system. So the idea is that this part of the brain actually filters about 99.9% of what we see.
And some of it could be useful.
Very, very useful. Yeah. Very, very useful. So it is whatever you mark as important that your brain picks as important. So if you say you want to get a Lexus or a Benz, for example, normally you will not notice Benz passing around in Ogbomoso. But the moment you say, I want to buy Benz, you start seeing Benz everywhere. So what your brain is actually doing is, your brain is saying, mark as important.
Hey!
And so it begins to see it. What that means, I feel like the practicability of this is two things. The things that you decide to focus on, and then the things that you decide not to focus on. If you were not really focusing on the Iran war, and you were thinking, wait, so what are the opportunities here? You won't really think of any opportunities that you get out of it. And that now brings me to the part of unconsciously, what are the things that we have been marking as important? What are the things that we've been consistently focusing on that our brain is now taking as important, such that every other thing is not important anymore? And
you have taken it a step further. Yeah, and this is like another mind talk on this. So, like, now it's like teaching us how to now train the eye. Like the eye can be trained. Yeah. So when you mark something as important within you, your eye begins to see it. So which means if you are not seeing any opportunities now, it means you have not trained that eye. Like if you are a gamer, you see games everywhere. If you love playing games. But if you truly want to have the breakthrough and you have it in your mind, your brain will begin to point it at you. No, that's another mind talk. Mind talk coordinator, please. Bring Mr. Sheye on board. You can continue, please. All
right. So that brings me to the point of what exactly has our brain been marking as important. And it's easy because when we were focusing on the video, we were focusing on the people that were passing things to each other. It means that whatever you are consistently seeing becomes the focus of your mind. And so, if you spend an unhealthy amount of time on TikTok, watching a lot of comedians that don't really benefit anything to you.
You will become a comedian.
You become a comedian. And so you discover that you are in class, everybody else is learning HTML and CSS. Is the only thing you can pick up are jokes.
Yeah. And people recognize you in class. Like when he speaks, we laugh. But when they now get software project and they need a partner, they don't look for a comedian.
For a
Reflection. Guy, please, Mr. Shi.
Yeah, so unfortunately, one of the things I'm coming to realize is we're actually machines. We're like robots. And so the same way you can program robots, you can program
yourself.
humans. That's just the simple truth.
So I can program myself for success.
You can.
Oh my God.
That's the simple truth. The things that you consistently see, again, if you grew up in a very violent environment, chances are that, except your mind has access to other things or other environments, so to say, chances are that you will eventually end up being a violent person. That's programming, really. And I feel like the wisdom from that would be, wait, what do I want to become in the next 5 to 10 years? Can I begin to focus on what those people are focusing on? Eventually, if you're able to focus on it, there's a Yoruba proverb that I love so much. It says, stay way back, Belara Oshe. Oh, my dear Oshe. Automatically means that whatever you stay long with and focus on, it's something that you eventually become. I think Abib has been raising his hand.
The way
for
we are
opportunity.
talking, it's not making it look as if success is now easy. Like just focus, you know. And I must tell you, it can be that way. Sometimes, if success seems too long, it's because you are here, success is here, and then you decided to take this path. But at the same time, you can decide to just change direction and you discover that success is at your backyard.
There was a
This
pause.
is the backyard speaking now. Yeah,
No, what you just said, I just remember that there was a puzzle FLA showed us.
Okay,
And
yeah.
he said, how do you get to like the center of the maze? And then everybody was looking for the long. It just totally completed. Abib wants to, I think he wants to share an opportunity.
Habib, please speak.
Okay, so the opportunity I see from the Iran and US war is, number one, the collapse of petrodollar. Because from the war now, it has shown the weak point of the USA and the secrets and everything that they've held for over 40 years with the petrodollar. And Iran is exploiting it. Iran is not bombing the USA, but they are bombing infrastructures in GCC nations, which are the Gulf countries. So if I'm to invest in anything now, invest in commodities like gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, and energy companies, because Iran has already bombed a lot of energy companies in the Gulf nations. So after the war, there will be a very big need for energy and water. Plus
Water?
food, yes.
You want to be selling water?
Yes. No, like in companies importing water into the Gulf countries,
Okay.
because Arabian countries import water, even sand.
You're right. That's true. Wow. Hey, these guys, be taking note of them. Yeah, be taking note, please. Those ideas are not cheap. Another person there, please.
Sorry, and maybe while we are still taking the ideas on Iran, there was still a question, opportunity in this room. So you may not be able to go to Iran now,
yeah.
but you can identify the ones in this immediate
Maybe
space.
the opportunity in this room is now the beer, more walking beer. While they are looking at the ball passes, they are missing the ones
The
here.
ones in-
I think one of the opportunities is Nigeria itself.
It's in Nigeria.
No, like for Nigeria itself.
Okay.
We as a Nigerian, we can look at the loopholes in the two countries.
Okay.
Because our mindset is to money. So we can shift our mindset is how can we grow Nigeria like these countries? We look at their loopholes, their security loopholes, their drone loopholes, their cyber loopholes. Like mostly some of their technologies, we look at that and we bring it into Nigeria. Oh, how can we invest? How can we bring this to life also in Nigeria? Because if we begin to think about ourselves, we don't think about our community, we are not growing.
Now
So
you.
Okay.
You. I
Yes,
want
sir.
you to make it. Okay. Oh yeah, now how do you make it from there?
Actually, this is not a one-person thing. It's a
You will
collaboration.
lead it. We know it's not one person. You will lead the team. Let's go.
Actually, it's something that SQI here can start.
No, don't advise us.
For yourself. In this
Oh my
case.
God. Oh my God. Okay.
Okay, me as a person,
All
I
right.
can just maybe bring, as I have this this mindset now, I can come with some of my friends here that we are maybe computer science together and we're also studying here. We can just say, oh, how can we make Nigeria better? Okay, we have some friends doing cybersecurity. Let's call them together. Let's tell them that, oh, they should kind of look at the two nations. They should look at their security. How can we invest in the security of this country? One. Two, as a programmer, what can we develop that will help this country to a greater height? Then, even through this, we can become a national asset. So I think for now,
They may not eventually buy it, right?
Yes.
Especially US. Forget. But even if it does not meet up to US expectation need, Nigeria may eventually see you. Say, it's useful for us. Are you getting what I'm talking about
Yes.
right now? Yeah. So it may eventually bring. And what you are doing right now, do you know that you are following what Mr. Sheyi just said about training the mind? Because as you're asking the questions, your eyes will begin to see the opportunities. Please appreciate everyone that has.
What's your name, please? Before you
Ini Oluwa.
Ireolua.
Ini Oluwa.
Yes.
I have a question for you. Do you believe that there is hope for Nigeria?
Yes, I do.
Do you believe that you can make it in Nigeria?
Yes, I do.
Wow.
A round of applause for
Awesome.
you. Now,
Oh yeah, continue.
the reason why I asked the question is very important. Because of everybody here, I'm sure that, well, I'm not sure, maybe 50% of us are not thinking in the line of how can we prosper Nigeria. And that's because a number of us don't believe that you can make it in Nigeria. There was one of the sessions of the founder I was listening to where he was sharing that he has friends that they don't believe that Nigeria can never be good. Unfortunately, Nigeria has never been good for them.
Are you getting that?
And they stayed in Nigeria. So one of the things he mentioned in the session was that if you don't believe that Nigeria is good, just leave.
Just jackpot.
Because if you don't leave, Nigeria will never be good for you.
You will not see the
Because you won't see the
opportunities.
opportunities. It's just the things that you are focusing on that you are going to see. It's like somebody that is always sharing the story of their misfortune every single time. 14 years ago, this happened. 13 years ago, this happened. 10 years too. I don't know. The truth is that, because you're focusing on that, and so your brain, your mind, is consistently seeing that and picturing it for you. Even when there are opportunities, he's saying no. When you think everybody is rude, for example, everybody is rude, you will always see people that are rude. You will focus on just the people that are frowning face every single time. Or if you feel like everyone is against you, the people that have been smiling to you, your brain will automatically delete it. Remember what I said, that your brain deletes things that it doesn't mark as important. It's a scientific research, it's not spiritual.
Okay.
You can check this out. Your brain will automatically just mark it as important. Misfortune. So if it's misfortune you are focusing on, mark it as important. And then you keep seeing patterns of it. And I feel like the practical application is, let me just focus on the things that I want to see. So that's
Okay,
it.
I was also going to mention this, aligning with that statement too. That you say one of the ways we would get to realize these opportunities, the founder mentioned asking questions. So for example, we may be looking at what Iran needs from afar. But when we begin to ask a question like, because of this, their state, is there something I can do from here that will meet that need for them? They will start seeing opportunities. Yeah, is there something, because of what the war has done to them, is there something they need that I can supply from here? Maybe oil, fuel, and all those ones. You may not have that one. So it means your questions now needs to relate more with your own present situation. Do you have the funds to deploy oil to Iran now or to buy oil from there? Maybe not. But there are things you do. There has to be a point where the things you do intersect with the needs in Iran. So the question is to border more around that bracket. Otherwise, we would have ideas and they will not be able to do much with it. Yeah. So the things I can do and the needs that they have in those places, there has to be a point where they intersect. You are a software engineer. Do they have software needs in that place? If you don't ask, you may not find out. You may think the only thing they need are the commodities, which is good. It's part of the needs, right? Yeah, but are there things they need that intersect with what I can do? It was during the February Mind Talk, Mr. JD mentioned that when you have the good at art for one person, you will have influence over one person. When you have the good at art for 100 people, you would have influence over 100. If you have the good at art for a nation, you will ultimately have influence over that nation. So I was just going to add that to the conversation.
Yeah, and I wanted to ask that, do you know that you can be attending Mind Talk for years, and the day they call you to come and organize it, you don't know how to organize it? What do you think causes such things? And you have been here for years. You just be shivering and you are confused. But you have been coming. Selective blindness.
Yeah.
You have been coming. Well, it happens to everybody. It happens to me too. I was at a burial over the weekend. And while at the burial, I was asking myself that if they called me today to come and organize a burial service, can I? And this is not the first time. So that's when I realized that there are two ways by which I can listen while I was there. I may just listen as a consumer, just consuming the things they were saying, okay? And at the same time, I can ask questions. Questions can make me listen deeper. Why did they choose that song? Why that verse? Why this? Why that? What next? Why are they concluding after this? As I'm asking those questions, my mind is registering it. And if I am now called to organize such, I might not be able to even find something much more better to do. So which means an opportunity in this room. This room can make you a better program organizer. Like as you are listening, have you ever asked how? So I would like to leave this with you. Whenever you are in a gathering, don't just listen as a consumer, especially when things are failing. Don't just be a judge when things are failing or succeeding. Like, oh, why is the microphone low? You should ask yourself, they must have been preparing for this for weeks. How come this is happening now? By that moment, you realize that your mind will bring some answers. And then you realize that the knowledge you live with from here will be different from the person sitting beside you, just by asking questions. Before we move on to the next thing, I would like to take a final question on this part from that angle. Who is with the microphone? Be quick with it, please. And while we are doing that, I want the media to load the Moonwalker video, the video one, Moonwalker Beer.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Your name?
My name is Adewale.
Okay.
So I'd like to share an idea that I have.
In this room?
In this room.
Good.
Okay, so this is my first time attending Mind Talk.
Wow.
And when I was told you...
Appreciate him. Welcome here. Great job.
So when I was told that I have to attend, I asked if it was compulsory because I was surprised. So upon attending, I noticed that after the introductory sessions and all, we had a game. And I love games. And I know most people play games here.
Yeah.
And I also think of the advantage of gamifying educational processes.
Wow.
So I noticed that the games were general knowledge games, right? What if the games instead were for each unique department in SQI? So there are several departments. And the game connects everybody in SQI nationwide, right?
Yes.
So what if each game, the game wasn't just general questions, but were specific questions with respect to your course in SQI. Wow. So what that does is it increases the amount of participants. It increases the scope of those that can win. People that won were just 3. But if it is for each department in SQI, you pick 3 winners per department, the scope of people that have won increases. So the engagement definitely increases. And I just felt, this is something beautiful that, in time, the initial cash prizes may be, just recharge cards, airtime, but it could grow to having laptops, it will grow to having
I
network.
appreciate this brother once again. Oh my God. Your name again, please. Your name?
Adewale.
All right. Please, Adewale, come. You are now part of this reflection. You are now part. Please come forward. I appreciate him as he comes. Do we have the video? Okay. Okay, please continue why the Moonwalker video is being loaded.
Okay, so I just connected something that you said to a part of what the rector said in the first edition. He asked the question, he said, a lot of people see apples fall every day, but it was only Newton that asked why. Like, that takes a level of curiosity to say why. And I feel like if we can live our days, it's difficult, again, as Africans, because a majority of us have been programmed not to ask questions. Yes. But you just have to break out of it if you're going to achieve a level of success. One of the things I try to encourage my students with is, it's better to ask stupid questions than to do stupid things.
You have locked it.
The idea is, Archimedes was in his bathtub. He was bathing like everybody else, but he discovered a law from having his bath. Do you understand? Because he kept asking, why? How? Why? How? Why? How? I feel like if this is something we can develop, and again, it breaks a consciousness. One of the things you have to realize is, some people may laugh at you. That's just the truth. Like, are you not supposed to know these things? Unfortunately, when you ask questions in class, and then you have people...
Each time I answer, she will say why. I will answer again, she will say why. I will answer again, she will say... Each time I answer, she will say why. I will answer again, she will say why. I will answer again, she will say... Then I noticed that, oh, you are trying to test me with what I taught. Then I noticed that, oh, you are trying to test me with what I taught you. Then I directed her to her mom. Go and continue there. It's good to ask questions, just like it was said. Now, I want us to bring up the Moonwalker video, and I'm going to give you a test. Please stand. We had a test last month. A video will be played. And this time around, we want him to find the Moonwalker beer. There will be 2 players passing ball to each other. When you see the Moonwalker beer, you let us know. All right? Okay, please play the video.
I think it's rather to count the number of passes.
No. We are giving him a different test.
A different?
Yes.
Okay.
Sir, FLA did something very bad to us. That when you find the Moonwalker beer in the video, let us know. Have the microphone.
Yeah, that's the bear.
That's the bear. Clap for him. Okay, now, I will now want to ask you a question. How many times did the white team pass the ball?
So, I was given a specific instruction. And the instruction that I was...
Wait, the opportunity has changed. Do you know how many times they pass the ball?
No.
That's why I choose someone that is attending Mindtalk for the first time. Please have your seat majestically. Now, do you know one thing I want you to get out of this? Okay, maybe another person. If you miss the test, FLA test last month, please raise up your hand. Like you couldn't see the the beer Moonwalker. I failed it too. Oh, yeah, come. Appreciate her, please. Now, I want the media team to open the second document, Beer Moonwalker document. You couldn't find the Moonwalker, right? Beer. but you were able to know the number of passes, right? Good. Now, after getting the number of passes rightly, FLA suddenly said the rule have changed. Like, you went to school. What they told you was that, go to school, get good grades, get good jobs, live good life, get married. And then after graduation, you realize that the rule have changed. It's not good grades. It's now skill. They say skill, eh? They say
you don't have business skills.
they say you don't have business skills. They just changed the rule. But you were so focused. No, don't let me. Oh yeah. I want you to read this out.
I, who missed the bear, did not fail the test. In fact.
No, don't rush it.
Okay.
You are telling yourself, all right? You are representing all of us. Because it made me feel like a failure. So I had to come up with this. Motivation, thank you. I was not a failure now. Oh yeah, start again.
I, who missed the bear, did not fail the test. In fact, I succeeded at the test I was given. I was told to count the passes. I focused. I filtered distractions. I did not focus. I did what focus requires. The person who noticed the bear but could not count the passes also failed the assigned test.
Clap for us. So what do I want to bring out of this? Is that, you see, if you look at the rector's lecture and FLA's lecture, they approach observation from different angles. Rector emphasized more on focus, which sincerely is truly needed for success. Distractions, forget it. For example, as a student, if you want to take an exam, you have to focus on studying for that exam. Then you get blinded towards party dates. If they are telling you, it's tomorrow, you say, I do not remember. You miss those ones, all right? Because you need to be successful here. But on the other hand, FLA was nudging us that while you are too focused on something, you could miss some other hidden opportunity. That was what made us to miss the beer. Now, he here didn't miss the beer, but he also missed the passes. So somehow it's like you can't focus on everything. Yeah. We should all agree to that. Yeah. Do you also remember the common statement from Reverend Okwajobi? Who remembers about focus? Yes, ma'am. 36 feet. When you dig 36 feet. Yes. In 6 places. When you dig 6 feet. 6 feet. Yes. Yes, who is with the microphone? Can you be smart with the microphone, please?
He said when you dig 6 feet in 6 places, you have 36 feet, yet you don't get water. But when you concentrate that 36 feet on a particular place, you get water.
You get water. Do you remember that statement? Very, very powerful statement. 6 feet, no water. But in a single place, that's where you get water. And that's a real ingredient for success. Forget it. If you cannot focus on something, you cannot have success on that thing. But the question we are looking at is, what happens when the rule changes? And that's where FLA lecture comes in. At the end of the day, he said it's no longer passes, it's now beer. So who can help us with this? While we are focusing on passes, how are we still able to see other things? How?
It's quite tricky, because I remember there was a time the founder used to teach us this way. He would say, you can only have 100% of your mind. Only 100%. You can't have 120%. It's 100. So it means if you are looking at two things, you can't have 100 here and 100 here. You have to share it. Maybe 50-50 or something. Yeah. I think I'd rather look at it this way. There's this thing they used to say, between a specialist and a generalist, that it's either you pick one place, then you focus on it all through, or you try to be good in too many things. Both have their pros and cons. It looks as though if you focus on just one, you will miss out on others. And if you try to be good at everything, you may not be the best at any of it. So I think this is the balance. I used to say it this way, that maybe we begin this way. I have this point of emphasis that I'm trying to focus on, but I can share a part of the same bandwidth. I can share a part of the same bandwidth on a couple other things. At the end of the day, eventually, the focus will be channeled into one.
It will be?
The focus will eventually be channeled in one direction.
Okay.
It's like saying you have foundations in many things, but eventually you find that particular spot that you're supposed to dig in, so you press in.
Okay.
Until you find that place, it may be advisable to share the mind. Then when you find that one spot that I can really concentrate on, then I can now begin to shed off other weight and use that to focus on that. Does that make sense to us? Okay, I will explain it again. I'm seeing some faces. They're like, okay, what are you saying?
You're trying to focus.
Oh, try to. So this is what I'm saying. For example, let me use a native example. In digital literacy, or what we call digital workspace proficiency at SQI, you learn a lot of things. You do graphics. You do a bit of coding. You do hardware. You have ideas in many places. At that point, it's as though you don't exactly know where to concentrate the focus yet. So at that point, it's possible to pick wrongly. So I can pick graphics design, and eventually I find that I should have picked software. But at that point, I get exposed to a couple of things, and while trying to put my mind, of course, that's why you won't have time for junks. There are these other things that waste that bandwidth. Everybody has the bandwidth, what we can put to work. There are many things that waste the bandwidth. So the useful things, I put the bandwidth to work in those ones, digital literacy, graphics design, hardware. I'm saying ultimately, while you journey, you will find that one that you have the affinity for, you have the capacity for, that one that is best for you. And then you zoom in on it. Yeah, I think it's the same thing with our eyes. As I'm looking at the whole, I'm seeing many things. But when I want to look at someone's face, I can concentrate my focus on one person. Does that make sense to you? I'm looking at the entire whole. I'm seeing AC. We see at 180 degrees. I'm seeing the AC. I'm seeing the man standing here. I'm seeing the fans. But when I want to look at mommy, I will just concentrate my focus and come to this side. So I think that's what works. You have many things at the beginning, but as time goes on, you can decide this is what I want to do. Then the entire bandwidth can now be pulled to get that one done.
Let's appreciate that response. I also have, do you have something?
Okay, so I remember one thing that the rector usually shares, which I feel like is very similar to what Mr. Favor is sharing.
Okay.
Can we all hear me? Okay. Yes. I feel like it's similar to what Mr. Favor is sharing as well. So our rector is our rector, but he's also a farmer. He's also a pastor. And one of the things is also, he's also a lecturer. Yeah. He's also a good husband and a father to many children. Yeah. One of the things that he shares consistently is when he's a pastor, he's a pastor. Every other thing at that point in time is out of focus. He's focused on just doing that at that point in time. When he's lecturing.
Which means when he's in his church, he doesn't think about SQI. He's not a rector.
He's not a rector at that point in time.
So that's how he can be a successful pastor to them. And when he gets here, he's not a pastor. You cannot say, Daddy, pray for me. He's now focused on being a rector here. So he becomes successful at it as well. Please continue.
Yes, so that's one aspect. I think another aspect to it is seeing everything together as one helps you a lot as well. So if you see it as, I have to do this, 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 it kind of splits your mind and places unnecessary burden on you. But when you see everything together as one, it just makes sense. So you are an ND student, you're learning your academic programs, and then you're learning your professional courses at the same time. If you're seeing it as, academic, professional, but if you're seeing everything as a whole together, I'm here to get this. These skills that I'm learning are the things that I'm going to apply. But for me to be able to even get access to the door, I need the certificate of this academic qualification. It therefore makes it a lot easier to be able to undo these things. So I just wanted to share that.
With what you said there, do you know that for SQI has the solution hub where we build softwares, and then the training hub where we train software developers. Now, if you see it as two different things, it could be a distraction. Are you getting that? But when you see it as one, like, Developing software is the practical side of those who are training in software. Then it becomes one. Then your brain does not feel like it's sharing the mind. Do you get what I'm talking about? So now, thank God the pioneer rector is here, who also doubles as my brother. He was a good rector to us, and he's still also a great brother to me. Please appreciate my dear brother. Now, there are so many things I learned while he was in school. Our pioneer rector studied physics in school. He didn't know that they would change the rule. He studied physics. But while in school, there are some geniuses in school that were having, all A's and stuffs. While he also had a business he was running by the side. I learned a lot from that. During holidays, it's a business. When it's school, it is the school. Now, what happens today, majorly, is the business. If the business was not there when he was in school, then there will be nothing today because they changed the rule. It is when you graduate, they will now be telling you that, this course in Nigeria actually, but your lecturer at 100 level, they will be telling you how everybody cannot do without biology. My wife also studied biology. They will tell you, chemistry, physics, everybody depends on biology. There is no place you go that they will not need biology. They made my wife study. Then when she now graduated, it was now like, but you told me. They changed the rule. So, Mr. Sheyi have said some parts, which they are very, very crucial. One other thing I would love to add to it is that while you are focused on something to be successful, like you want to know how many passes, you get the 13, they say you are successful. You should also learn that at some point, learn to step back and just see the wide angle. You step back at some point. I made a mistake while growing up. Too focused, and I regretted it. I was too focused that I had no time for anything. No time for Christmas, for New Year, for any holiday. So when families are going to do those celebrations, I still at home, I was just programming. With lifting, people that knows me. If I'm going into the toilet, I will carry my laptop. Because they told me that, focus. The moment you can get this done, then, forget about it. But when the software was ready, they now told me, if you don't have networks, if you don't have connection, I now remember that I would have obtained those connections in what they called Owambe parties. That were like, let me be coding this software. But while you were in that party, you were connecting with people. That will eventually become an addition, an ingredient to your future success. I hope you are getting that. So for a student right now, it's good to focus, except you don't want to pass. But when there are no exams, no lectures, during your holidays, can you just step back and try to check? Hope FLA have not changed the rules. Just check, is this still what they are saying? You might be able to identify that, I have to change my focus. If I exert all 100% energy here, I might end up regretting it. Because they might say, I've wasted my time counting passes. What you're supposed to look for is a beer. But if I step back, at least the video, do you notice that in the same video, it was played twice? Yeah, it was played twice. It was the second time they now told us to now find the beer. It was played twice. So sometimes you have life like that. The life of people that have gone ahead of you is a play of a video of your life that you are following the same path. Are you getting that? Now, look at how it ends with them. Then you can now use that to check again. What do I need to look out for? So in that video, It will be wrong for us to focus on passes twice. It will be very wrong. You've counted 13 passes, pass. The second time they are playing it, whether you are being told or not, why don't you look around and look for something else? That something else could be the key. Did we get that? We are going to be having some final words now so that we can close on time. But I can see a lot of people still want to be part of this reflection. Let me just take 2 more hands, then we have final words here, then we round it up. Let's take that hand over there. Microphone, please, quickly. Hey, hand has become 3. 4, 5, 6, 7. And now we are not even looking at hands at other campuses. Can you help us, media? If anybody wants to speak in any of the, we will give them priority. Yes. Okay, very good. Your name, quickly, you make it brief. You have 13 seconds to achieve success. The mic, please. Wow, Ayolua.
I want to add to the point about focus. So I followed this content creator. His name is Dimeji.
Okay.
So he spoke about this problem where people assume that being a jack of all trades is a problem. Being a jack of all trades is not necessarily a problem. It's how you refine it. People say jack of all trades, master of none. But the full quote is jack of all trades, master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one. So what he said was, instead of being afraid of reaching out to different aspects of things, find skills that align, that are closely related. So you mentioned something like that. Find skills that are related in a way. It's something called T-shaped learning. So you learn a couple of skills. Let's say you want to be you learn graphics design, you learn video editing, you learn motion design, and then you learn maybe UI UX, and then eventually all of those skills come together to form brand design, brand identity design. So that it's not a bad thing to focus on things. Like you said, we can have, in the meantime, focus on a few things, and then along the way you find out that this is where I want to go,
then
and those other things come together to help you along that way. It helps in that way.
Yeah.
And to talk, sorry for taking time to talk about the beer video, something related to that. I think a lot of us are afraid of failing. We're afraid of, okay, we've taken this direction and now it's not working. Everybody's afraid. We're afraid, like, where do I go from here? But I think what matters is how we can come out of that failure. If you picked a course, I personally picked civil engineering in school. And today, I was like, I should have studied computer science. But I'm not afraid of that. Where I am now, I'm saying, I'll start again. That's why I came to SQI. I'll start again and go into product design. I came for product design here. So we should not be afraid. If we take a path, even if you've learned some skills, you've taken a path, that path did not work out, please start again.
Your name, please.
Ayolua.
Ayolua. Ejo. Jẹ́ kí ọwọ́ yẹn kóró.
So,
Ayolua took civil engineering. Along the way, he felt this is not the best for me. I'm not seeing success for me at the end of the tunnel. Then he zoomed out. Oh, Mr. Favor is reminding us that he's a Greek economist. Now he's a technology expert. Now he zoomed out and realized that it should have been computer science. He said we should have the courage to start again. Now, he's not stopping civil engineering. I believe when it's time for civil, he focus on civil. And when it's time for computer science, focus on computer science. But do you know that there has been an SQI student from here that went to the US, and he volunteered during there was a storm during COVID, a hurricane in the US during COVID, and they asked for volunteers. And the side where he volunteered, because he was a civil engineer, he volunteered for things like that has to do with civil engineering. But along the way, when the volunteering ended and they were to be dismissed, it was when they were now having interaction and they realized that he was also good in software engineering from SQI here. Now, in civil engineering, that construction company, they felt they have the strong need for a software engineer. Now, having someone that has the knowledge of civil engineering and is also a software engineer is a perfect fit for them. If you know what this boy is doing today. Someone that was confused before. So that combination could eventually become a very good combo for him. Very, very big one. You wanted to say
Which
something?
reminds me, so I think one of the things I'm highlighting from what the founder has said is no knowledge really is a waste. Really. You will always find a way to complement the things that you know. In fact, to be honest, the more you know, the more the opportunities you are able to see. That's just it. But then one of the things that he said that struck me as well was on failure. How many of us think failure is bad? Let me see our hands. If you want to fail in life, let me see your hands. If you want to fail, let me see your hands. Again, I feel like failure has been demonized in Africa. But unfortunately, a lot of the times, if you want to master something, you actually have to fail at it. If you want to become a software developer and then the first time you encounter a bug, you try to fix it, it's not fixing, and you say, you will never, ever know it. They said Thomas Edison tried the light bulb how many times again? 9, I don't know, some people say 999, some people say 9,999. But the point is, he tried it a number of times and then failed at it before he was ever able to get it. And if you've not come to the point where you realize that failure is really not bad, it's actually an important ingredient on the path to success. It may also hinder you because you're scared to fail. And because you're scared to fail, you don't want to try. And because you don't try, you eventually end up failing. Because you focused on the failure. Remember, whatever you focus on is what will eventually happen.
Oh.
So that's it.
Oh, what a good one. What a good one. Thank you so much. So we just take one more. Do we have anyone from the campuses, the remote campuses? Anyone? Media? So let's take the last one from here. Oh my God. Oh, shaking it. It's all. You. Found you. Oh, yeah.
My name is Blossom. Good.
Bro.
Blossom.
Blossom. Okay.
Yes, I actually like to ask a question.
Okay.
Yeah, based on the focus and all, actually we have to remember that everybody is not the same. There are some people that are social, there are some people that are introverts, they are extroverts and all. And my question is actually based on networking. For a kind of person like me, my question is actually going to be going through and through. For a kind of person like me, I cannot say I'm not an extrovert, but I'm more of a kind of inside person. So I can say I have a communication skill, but I'm not a social person. For example, if I'm asked a question, I know how to communicate and make people understand, like networking skill. But when you come to you interacting with other people, it might be very, very hard. For example, this morning I was walking to work and I saw two people from SQI, and I'm very sorry. The first thing that came to mind was like, I want to walk alone. I'll try to avoid. I don't want to avoid them, but the kind of person I am, that is it. So based on the different kind of people that we have, how can we actually come through with these other things because definitely it's actually based on the kind of person that you actually are. Not everybody is not the same.
You feel you need it, but you don't have it.
Yes.
And how can you get it?
Yes.
Blossom, go and volunteer for the Mindtalk team. Then maybe you begin with the book review. Then maybe you will be coordinating the, what do they call it? Kahoot game. From there, you will take Mindtalk session one day. We'll break you out of it. We'll break you by all means. Prison break. So, like you have said, eventually you just have to learn how to expose yourself to it. That's what I just did now. Volunteering to be part of a group that does something like this is you exposing yourself. That's an opportunity for you now. You exposing yourself to it make you to be able to Bella Roche. and then you now become Oshe. Like Oshe to Daniel. Like
Okay, let me also put it this way. Maybe you have a similar question. Maybe your own is not social skill. Could be one other skill that you feel you need, but it's not there. Like this is happening. I'm saying at some point, you'll be presented with the opportunity to pick up that skill. It now depends on if you see it or not. So if you're observant enough, there will be some moments in your life where the opportunity is just there to pick up that thing. If you ignore it and just walk by, when you eventually need it, you will now use the eye to cry since you didn't use it to see.
Get to see. Mr. Favor shouldn't have taken us back. You should have stopped crying. Yeah.
Blossom. So I have a question for you. While you were growing up, were you allowed to go out a lot? Listen, please, listen. Again, I'm trying to share this so that in case we're in the same scenario, a number of the things where you feel like, I am not like this. I wasn't, people are different. Sometimes really is a function of programming. It's because in the environment where you were placed in, you were almost get inside. If you were allowed to discuss with and interact, by default you would have gained that. Yeah. So for you to now be able to gain that skill, you have to realize that it's not necessarily who I am as it were. It's just what I've been programmed with. And if I can be programmed with something else, I can become that thing. So I just wanted to chip that in.
So reprogram yourself. If you don't know about programming, you can find a programmer here. Thank you, Blossom. Okay, I don't know. Sir, do you have anything for us? Or not yet? All right, great. Now, to close, do we all remember February's topic on Mindtalk? Relational intelligence, right? Great. And our speaker used a myth of a man, that kidnap people, and he will put them on his bed. If they are not long enough, he will stretch them. You know what that means? Dislocation and stuff. And if they are too long, he will chop them or chop the feet or something so that they must fit into their bed. So the analogy was to explain to us that sometimes before you could relate with people, you always want people that are just like you. That is not relational intelligence because everybody cannot be like you. We are going to talk about that deeper, explore it next month. But now I want you to see how it merges with what we've just discussed right now. We've looked at two things that we must have to help our success in life. One is the focus mode, that we're told to ignore the beer and count the passes, right? And that was the assignment, okay? The second one is what I would call the awareness mode, that we've been advising that when you need focus to be successful, but you need awareness to know if the assignments have changed so that you will not be focusing on the wrong thing. Both are necessary. Now, for instance, myself, I am a very focused person, like to a fault. But my wife is how do I put it? It's someone that is so aware. If I'm going to a place, I will not see anybody that is greeting me. And I'm already offending people. Now, my wife will see everyone. So at the point, I used to be like, let's focus to where we are going. That's not relational intelligence. Are you getting that? Like the speaker said, he said, your wife complements what you lack. So as I'm focusing for the success for the unit, she is ensuring she cannot help me to say, that place where you are going is wrong. I have seen something different. Two eyes, doing different things as a team. And because of that, we could achieve better. Thank you so much for today. It has been a great reflection. And I just want to encourage you, please, don't let the reflection stop here. After every lecture, go back revisit the video, reflect on it. Those things are key to your success. Thank you, Mr. Sheyode Komoya. Thank you, Mr. Favor Afolabi.
Really
Yes.
to add this.
You said?
I really wanted to add this.
Please do.
It's just a line from scriptures. You know,
Okay.
It said, whatsoever you find doing, do it well. So while you are focusing on one thing, there are options. But as soon as you see, this is what I'm to do now, do it well. Dig as much as you can into it. When another one shows up for you to do, that one to do it well.
As you are studying in SQI, study at SQI. Thank you, everyone.
I think this deserves a standing innovation. I mean, you have a specialist standing before you, giving you this dose of value, and then you are sitting to acknowledge them. Now we celebrate our speakers once again. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Mr. Oluwase. Thank you, Mr. Bolabi. Thank you so much for that amazing session. Please have your seat, everyone. Has this been a good reflection so far? Hello? Has this been a good reflection so far? Does it feel like those topics you were coming and so you have never heard them before? Like the same thing you heard in January, you are hearing it again and then it looks new again. The same thing we heard last month came once again and then we are seeing different sides to it. That's the role of reflection. You see one thing, you know, the more you can see one thing every single time you see it, you're seeing, you know, something when I was small and then I used to think, why did they play football? Arsenal and Chelsea met yesterday. They beat each other. Why did they have a game against United? That's what I really think. And then as I just thought, okay, every single time they meet, they see new tactics. Oh, we have actually, you know, came from this angle without one. And then I said, that's why I try that. And then I realized, that's one away again. And then they'll come back again. They'll come again and again. And then they will pass. That's now we win the trophy. So now, they are studying strategy, they are kicking tactics, they are coming again and again. So my advice, I interact with people. So I taught it, why I understood it. So by the time I came back to the program, I said, oh, this is not hard now. This is not one. Press it together. It's not hard actually. But you understand my point. You can be a product designer, but then you're still picking a niche in product designing. And maybe that sums up for me what I have learned today. I think for you, you need to find your own. What did this old conversation? How can I take something out of it and then funnel it to what applies to my own life? Do you understand that? Once again, can you celebrate all our amazing speakers? We had a very wonderful session with them. Thank you so much. Oh, I wish it should not end. But we have to go back to our classes. We have to, you know, go and relax and practicalize what we have learned today. So we have a couple of announcements for us before we go back to class. And one of it is we have a representative from Mindtalk Makers who wants to address us in just a few minutes, just wants to introduce to us how we're in the house. Mindtalk. Okay, please represent. So we have a representative of Mindtalk Makers who wants to address us in a few minutes. Please, I want you to listen with rapt attention at the opportunity that she brings to us. So can you join me as a welcome, Babatunde Adiola?
Makers. It is an initiative founded by Google itself for, you know, building of community and strengthening of women in tech, the women's aspect of tech. Very often, just like I'm looking at this audience here, I'm seeing a lot more men than women, as we know. So women tech makers functions as a community for women to grow, to learn, and to connect with other women. So in celebration of that, we always have an event every year called IWD. It's all over the world, and this initiative has spread globally and even to us here in Ogbomoso. We are very lucky to have an active community in Ogbomoso here. So on the 18th of April, that is this Saturday, we will be having a conference here in the city of Ogbomoso called IWD, and the theme is Break the Pattern. We're inviting you all, every woman in the house. We want you to invite other people. You can scan the QR code or type in the link to register. It's happening this Saturday here in Ogbomoso. If you're a man here and you know women that would be interested in attending this event, please invite them. We would love to have them. It's going to be an amazing event. We have curated, as you can see, a list of amazing speakers that are going to be addressing us, and even amazing sessions on Saturday, and would love to have you there. So please register. You're in for an amazing time. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Babatunde Adeola. Thank you for that. You know, sometimes when I see other women, I'll be like, maybe I should be soft-spoken, you know. Hello, good morning, everybody. Welcome. It didn't fit me. I can't. But thank you so much for that. Please, can we bring up that same flyer again so that maybe people who have not been able to scan the code or type the link can quickly do that. Women tech makers, where is he holding? We can't see the venue. Or is it after we register that we'll know the venue? Okay. So they say once you register, you get an email. You know, women in tech doing stuff. So please register. You get a mail that will direct you on where the event is happening. All right. A couple of announcements to us from the front desk. Please listen carefully. And this applies across all of our campuses. First is that whenever you're coming to class as students, please ensure that you come in with your ID card. Come in with your ID card. Put it on however you want to. Please ensure you come in with ID card because you will be asked. And also, please note that the college officially starts work by 8 a.m. and ends or closes work by 4 p.m. So that means once it's 4 p.m., we expect that no students should still be in the campus. Yeah, I know that we love to work, we love to code, but once it's 4 p.m., shut it down. You can continue the rest at home. So please, let's ensure that we stick to that. And also, whenever you find something, if you ever find something, maybe in your class, maybe a gadget that you feel like might belong to someone else, just to be able to centralize the flow of how things are kept, please ensure you drop it at the front desk. The front desk will get it across to the rightful owners once they show up. So please ensure that you do that. And also, all April cohort level 1 students are to note that their classes continue immediately after the event. So please, level 1 student, web development or software engineering, if you're doing software engineering related courses, in level 1, April cohort, your class continues immediately after the event. Okay, and I think finally, we want to announce our Show Your Work winners for the month. Can we give them a round of applause? And can we bring up their gift boxes? Protocol, please help me with that. The gift boxes for the winners. So Show Your Work is just a way by which we celebrate people who are doing amazing things in their respective field. And really, we want to see what you are doing. We want to see what you are building. Don't build in silence. If you have built an amazing project and you want to show it, you want to share it, please do that by sharing it online, tagging SQI College of ICT, and also dropping your submission at sqi.edu.ng/showyourwork. So just ensure you always submit it, and you could be one of our lucky winners for the month. Okay, from SQI Iwo Road, we have Victoria Oyeshino. Can we celebrate them as I mentioned their name? From the Graphic Design Department Level 2. We also have from the main campus, Taiwo Emmanuel Olamide from the Department of Digital Video Production Level 1. We have from SQI Iwo Road again, Uzinat Aziz Abiodun, Software Engineering Department Level 3. And we have from the main campus again, Oyebode Samuel from the Computer Software Engineering Department Level 3. Please, if we have the winners for Ogbomosho in the room, please come forward for your gifts. And for those that won from the other campus, I think that is Iwo Road. Okay, both of them are from Iwo Road. You can do well to send a representative to the Mindtalk team so that the winners can get their own reward. Is anybody capturing this? Or should they move here? Okay. Thank you. Can we celebrate him, please? It's not easy. So as I said, Iwo Road coordinator, please, you can get maybe a representative to see the Mindtalk team so that the boxes for the other winners can be gotten across to them. And the way it works is, aside from that box, they also get cash prizes, which sums up to 100,000 naira every month. So it could be you next month if you participate in the challenge. Just do an amazing work and talk about it. That's just it. Have you had an amazing time today? Did you learn a lot? Did you learn a lot that you will apply? Did you see? Did you see? Say I saw. Say I saw. And I will do well with the things that I see. So please, as you go on, put up the eyes that see. All around you, check around for opportunities that can make you become a better person. I once again want to celebrate all those that are joining Mindtalk for the first time. Thank you for joining us today. We hope to see you next month. And to every other person that have joined us, whether at the main campus, across all our campuses, and via YouTube, Facebook, or wherever you're joining us from, thank you for joining the April edition of the Mindtalk. I will see you next month. And my name remains Janet Ojuleke. Thank you for coming to Mindtalk. Please, you can go back to your classes and have a good time. And you can connect with people as well. You know, make a new friend. Form a new connection. Take picture with somebody. Share about Mindtalk online. You might be saving a soul. Media team. Media. Official pictures. Shall we?